Hello, just we'll continue our lesson. Just week, last week is we were learning on this issue. What we learned last week about one. Start from there. How the man created by two way. Just we said Christian's view and scientific view. From them, the man came from by the Christian's view from the based on the Bible. We saw what we saw at that time. At that time we classified man, body, soul, spirit. We classified the body, just the five sense organ which help us to communicate with the physical world. Physical world means just as we know, this planet body has five sense organ: eyes, nose, tongue, ears, and skin. And we saw soul also has three components: mind, emotion, will. And the mind also has, we say, two components: conscious, subconscious. Emotion also, just it will reflect these two things: positive and negative. If it is positive, if it is positive, that takes action. If the negative, it will be regression will happen. Regretting. That means if something is happening in our life, just we regret on that is what happened in our life. The will means this is also two reflection happen. You got here rejection and receiving. Rejection means when something happen, if that is positive, we receive. If it's not positive, we reject. Today we are going to deal on the body. Look, one thing you should consider here when we think about this boy's story: Christian view or scientific view. Scientific or evolutionary theory concentrate on the body. They do not concentrate on this body. Maybe animals have a soul or life, but they do not concentrate this one. But the Bible concentrates this one. This is why most of the time humanity do not like to die. Why? Do you know the reason? I'll teach you. Why the reason is. Let me start from here. When God created body, God created body from the dust. Genesis chapter 2 verse 7. It said that then the Lord God formed the man of the dust from the ground and breathed into his nostril the breath of the life, and man became living being. Look here. God created from the dust, and he created based on image. Image means not just exactly this look like, but system which is applying or ruling or creating as God. Why? When God gives the life through the nostril, what is happened? Look, what is God giving for man? That's why today you do not like to die. You think to live forever. The reason is this one. God gave you or man the life. What kind of life? Forever living life. That's why we think to live forever. Come to the animals. They do not think to live forever. Why? They do not share the life which makes them to live forever. But forever living God makes our heart to think forever. You see? That's what we think. So God created from the dust and made, he gives it through the nostril, through the nose or nostril, the life to live. This is the body. This is a body. This body from this world. This from God. We share. That's why we think to live forever. That's why we think for. By the way, let me arise one idea here. Maybe we'll learn this later. Today in the world, more than 4,300 religion. What religion? Religion means finding God. Why these all are finding by 4,300 religion? Do you know the what? Because they need to live forever. Who is live forever? God live forever. That is why all men think about to reach God through finding the way, the way, the way. Still they do not know. They do not know. But God made the way to reach Him. I will teach you this way. How God made the way to reach Him, to live with Him forever. We do not like to die. We do not like to die. Why? Because of inside us, what God gave life is not dying life, but forever living life. That is eternal life. I will teach you each one. That makes us to think and to find God. All how in the world there are all kind of the religion finding God. Look, so this body which is taken from this world helps us to communicate with the physical world, to pass with the soul, to pass the spirit. Now, what will happen? Now, look, this soul, this body, when is man created? Look, as we saw, God created at the Genesis 5, at the Genesis 1:26 and 2:7, as we saw, God created man and give the life for it to live. After that, God gave the command or instruction. I will tell you, I will show you one video here. I will show you one video, what happened, the story, what happened. Then God gave the command to whom? To Adam, the first man. Because as we saw, the Genesis 1:26 and 2:27, God made man based on according His image. So He made male and female. So God gave the command to them. Then He put them Eden. What does it mean Eden? Eden means a spot, which means the atmosphere which God existing. The God present founding atmosphere which is called Eden. When God had come to them after God gave the command, and He left them, and they are just controlling everything, as the Bible says, as we saw Genesis 1:26. Then He gave everything. Then God gave command to them. Adam, don't touch this tree. Use everything what you want, but don't touch this one. God gave command to both, and God left them. At that time, what happened? Serpent. What is serpent? I will teach you. Serpent. What is serpent? Serpent come to the Eva. What's Eva? Eva means the wife of Adam. Look, what happened? Here, God's command. Command of God for man. Here Adam. Here command, God's command. Here Eva. Here devil. Or let me say first, is serpent. What serpent? Serpent is animal, nothing. Serpent animals. Serpent is otherwise snake. No new word. What happened? Now look up. Let me tell you about after this is animals. It is created from by God, by His word. For just God created all world and everything which is creeping or on the land, with fly on the earth. You can read the Genesis. Here, the serpent is animals. After serpent come to Eva, how it came to Eva? Now, concentrate here. What the devil? Let me teach you. Devil. Here. Because serpent is animals. Serpent never can do on them. Because it should control by them. Which means Serpent should controlled by who? By Eve and Adam, because God said rule over the earth means God gave the rights to control animals, including serpent or snake. But what happened here? Look, here devil means what? The devil. Devil means angel. Who serve God? Devil means who serve God. But devil was servant God. He serves God. One day, one thing happened in his heart. The Bible is chapter 14, verse 12. Chapter 14, verse 12. I will teach you. Chapter, Chapter, where is it? Yeah. Here, listen. Chapter 14, verse 12. It says, Lucifer is one of the angels who was serving God, but one day he thought in his heart to himself more than God. Look, he thought in his heart to himself more than God. But he made by God. But he thought what? To be more than God. But it's made by what? Made by God. But he thought to be more than God. This kind of thinking starts to make him self-superior, be proud. God saw this. So what God made on him? For the thought said in the heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the star of God. Again, it's this one. I will sit also up on the mount of congregation in the sides of the north. He was proud by him. Then God cast out from the heaven to the ground this angel. The name is Lucifer. Because what? Look again here. Ezekiel 28, 15. Thought perfectly the day was from the day that thou was created till iniquity was found in this. Until he thought this becoming superior than God, he did not have any iniquity. He was poor, he was good, he was just good holy, because he served God as much as possible. Look here. Tiny heart was left up because of the beauty, how much he was beauty. And the third heart corrupted by the wisdom, by the reason of the brightness. I will cast to the ground. I will lay they before the king, that they may be hold them. Thou art the anointed cherubim that covered, and I will say thou, and that was up on the holy mountain of God. There thou hast walked up and down into the midst of the stone of the fire. Before he thought in his head, he was a good servant of God. Look, before he thought this one, he was a good servant. So, what happened? He cast it out from the heaven to the ground. Now, when he left the kingdom, when the God is cast from the heaven to the ground, he came to the earth, physical world. Look here. Then, devil come to the snake. Devil is a spirit. Look here. It has no body. That's why serpent has body. So The Lucifer come to the snake or animals and allow to go to Eva. Then the serpent allow himself to enter the devil, the spirit, into the serpent. And the serpent comes to Eva and asked her. Serpent asked Eva, Eva, is there anything God did not allow to you from this? Eva responds to it. Yes, God said eat everything whatever you want, but don't touch this tree. Then he made them also as he thought when he was heaven. He made them to compare them with the God. Them with the God. What he said? No, you will not die. If it, you will not die. But you understand as God, good and bad. You see? Good and bad. So each. He's comparing. God gave them everything. God wanted just to live good life to them. God wanted to them good life. But he made them to eat, and they break the rule of or the command of God. Second one, the devil means this. Therefore, Adam fell or break the rule of God, but through way. We'll continue.